Okay, there's the lovely toaster oven right there, but that's not what we're here for today. Just a quick cell phone video. Got a little something from the other side of the world in the mail today. Figured we'd do a little unboxing video. Okay, well, this actually arrived in pretty short order. Considering where it's coming from and what's going on at that country in the moment. But then again, if they've got, prime ministers and everybody else and senators and all manner of politicians visiting the country, it can't be, well, I'll bite my tongue on that. But, so just wanted to show real quick here. It's wrapped in bubble wrap 2-3 times over. And then it was wrapped in cardboard and then in paper and then boxed fairly well. So this is my third radio purchase from the Ukraine. I don't know which sellers I used, but every radio that I bought from the Ukraine has arrived broken. So let's see if we can break that trend here today. All right, take 3. It appears that at first glance what we have here is a very clean VEF 201 multiband radio from made in the Soviet Union. Nice postcard was included in the package. Thank you very much for that. This came from Odessa in Ukraine. VEF 201 has been taken apart many times on YouTube, and I'm not going to bother doing that here. I know everybody wants to see the inner guts of one of these radios, and you can do so by doing a quick search on YouTube for such video. I'm assuming there isn't a lot of difference between these. Let's see what we got for bands here. We have long wave, we have medium wave. All of these scales are in meters, by the way, not megacycles or kilocycles. 52 meter shortwave band, 49 meter shortwave band, 41 meter shortwave band, 31 meter, and 25 meter band. So I guess as a dial light, there's your band indicator. Wow. That feels like a channel selector from a 1950s TV. I mean, boy, that just flips with authority. That feels like it was made to last. Tuning, I'm assuming. Oh yeah. Course tuning anyway, and then I'm assuming that this is volume and power switch. So we'll go back to the wide out there. So there it is, VEF 201 unboxing. I'm going to throw some batteries in this thing. Okay, I'm not sure how well you can read that here. Again, this is a cell phone video, but basically it's a model VEF 201. Let's see here, 10 transistors, 2 diodes. Talks about the batteries, 9 volts from 6 cells, type 373s. And that's the conversion from meters to megahertz. right there. So there's your band spreads. And there's your battery compartment, which is held on with 2 screws. External antenna. 1/8 inch mini jack for I'm assuming either headphone or earphone. External power, I'm assuming 9 volts. Tape recorder jack, which was pretty much standard worldwide at that time. So I would date this probably the late 60s. I don't know exactly when it was made, but it certainly looks like a design from that era. So let's see if we can find 6 D-cell batteries and get this thing powered up. Had a bunch of these Dollar General D-cells in long-term storage, prepper storage, and I need to use them up. So they're fresh out of the package, and to tell you that I am not kidding, there's the date on them. That's August of 2019. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Yep, another one from August 2000. All right, so 4 from 2019. And let's see here. What's that one? August of 2021. Those are the expiry dates. I always had very good luck with Dollar General batteries for some reason. I don't know who makes them. There it says, used by 2021. And there you go. The old amp probe doesn't lie. And that's one of the older batteries right there in the green. Okay, battery cover's in place. Hopefully I got the polarity correct. You can see it's held in with 2 flathead screws. All you need to do is snug them down. You have to put a fair amount of pressure on this cover to get it to close. And then just snug the screws. You don't need to crank down on them because you'll probably crack this. And you don't want to do that on a vintage radio from the other side of the planet. Okay, let's flip her over and see if this thing works. All right, well, here's a moment of truth. One of the things that spurred me to buy this real quick was the recent video from Shango066 here on YouTube that he went and bought a few radios from the same seller and asked his audience to send a little love that way, and so I did. I don't know if Shango066 will ever view this video, but maybe. I don't probably thinks I'm the biggest schmuck in the world, but let's turn this on and see what it does. Uh-oh. Oop. Make sure we got everything here. All batteries tested 100%, so I'm assuming I either don't have a switch thrown, or do I have the batteries in backwards? What does this say? You hear that? I didn't even have to touch it. It just kicked on. Like delayed action. Like I had to wake up or something. This is a very signal hostile environment here, so we are on shortwave 31 meter band. Which is probably very late in the evening for such a thing. So let's get on to 49 and see what we get there.
Calling in today, the evening around 7:30, and there was a terrible shooting in Uvalde, Texas. About 5 miles.
Yeah, it's pretty much is what I thought. It's after midnight here, so shortwave is probably going to be dead.
Today, I've been calling. So, please come to family. And I know that you must be. Please pray for me.
Mostly as godcasters.
Leukemia virus. There's also one called Pfizer multivirus. So that would be that pox virus. So if you look at all of these, and this is what they published in Journal Virology, thinking nobody could say in that species.
Tone switches are tone controls on the side. And it actually works. So I'm assuming that some of the electrolytics in this thing are still pretty good.
And then it says other retroviruses. So if you go to
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to test this in an outdoor area.
well, it's race and gender, and that's why the first slide said this is.
Apparently, the low end of the AM broadcast band is to the right, the high end is to the left.
Sleeping moron. It makes perfect sense. There's a new Harvard-Harris survey, as reported by Breitbart. Here's the question. Do you think that kids should be able to pick their pronouns?
Don't you love those Chinese switching power supplies? That's what does this to the broadcast band in a high density living condition. Let's see if we can null that out a little bit.
Your source for everything that's weird. Here on News Radio KDKA.
We just try to stay afloat. We let the water boil. Reaching out isn't easy. But you've never been interested in easy. You joined because you are not afraid of hard work. You are not.
Here's to the great American settlers, the millions of you who settled for unsatisfying jobs because they paid the bills. Of course, there is something else you could do if you got something to say. Start a podcast with Spreaker from iHeart and unleash your creative freedom. Maybe...
Our missions is to close loop without its
Yeah.
You may be first.
The high end of the medium wave band is really scrunched down into this this part of the dial.
the most recent tragedy at the Texas school is among the...
Still home. Never had to worry so long as you had a light and the smoking lamp was lit. If that was you then, get your lungs screened now. Surviving lung cancer starts with a scan. Learn more at screenyourlungs.org. And thank you for your service. This PSA was made possible by industry funding and guidance from lung cancer patient groups.
Just to give you some reference, that's 1160 on the dial.
To open phones here on the Jimbo Hannon Show.
That's 1070.
866-50 Jimbo is the phone number.
There's no excuse for that. But again, I wasn't there, but I'm just telling you.
That's 860.
IRS-backed taxes. Chances are you will be visited at your home or business by an
810.
IRS agent. Don't become paralyzed by fear.
reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly, all for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Listen, they wait there. You need a car, been shopping only to be turned down.
740.
CPU, 15 years later, your PSA is 0.
And that's 590. Before we get nailed on a copyright there, we probably already will, but and as you can see, longwave is not populated with broadcast stations here in North America.
Not because it actually has tremendous amounts of power. China, however, has the ability to project power. And if you look at where China has been spreading its power, if you look at the
actually usable,
extending its actual military,
although very dim,
I mean, they're pretty clearly encircling
incandescent dialight.
that we actually care about.
I'm gonna have to get this out into a area where I can really dial around with it, but it actually sounds pretty decent, and it actually feels like it receives pretty decent.
Expensive, whatever, technology, iPhones, you name it, they figure out a way to...
Stem. The India stem is going to have an immediate effect, but I guarantee you that your...
It will lost revenue. How do you get better at it, and how do you do more and more just in time? Look at the supply chain problem, right? You go to, on the other hand, healthcare. It's a huge thing. So... We can climb so high, I never wanna die. Born to be wild. Born to be
He's 18 and he walks into a gun.
Alright, well, this video is more than long enough, so there you have it, the VEF 201, straight out of the box from the Ukraine here to the Northeast United States, and it appears to be actually fully functional. Took a second to wake up, but yeah, strictly a battery radio, unless I can find a 9-volt adapter to wire into the back of this thing. But there's the back once again, and yeah, there you have it. Unboxing and a rare video from North River TV. Anyhow, this was shot on Memorial Day weekend 2022. So be good, everybody, and be vigilant, and good luck.